What's up, guys? I wanted to jump on here tonight to talk with you all about what's happening with Glock. And unless you have been living under a rock, I'm sure that many of you guys have heard that Glock is going to be discontinuing the Gen 3, Gen 4, and Gen 5 models, virtually everything except for the slim lines, which the Glock 43X, the Glock 43 and 48, and so on. And the reason that I think they're doing this is because what we're seeing in some states where they have been working to try to ban Glocks because of people illegally modifying them into machine guns. Say what you want, guys, as far as the legalities of the switches and things like that. But we do know that people have been modifying these guns and in many cases have been using them for crimes, things like that. Now, whether or not someone should have the right to modify their guns in such a way, guys, I'm unapologetically pro Second Amendment. Personally, me, it that's if that's what they want to do with their guns, that's what they do. But Glock has decided that they're going to be discontinuing a bunch of, well, basically everything, and releasing what they're calling the Glock V series. I believe is what everything that everyone's been talking about. And you can see here, I've got an article pulled up right here. Gun enthusiasts rip Glock for discontinuing handguns, caving to dim state demands amid reports of major changes. And we know for some time that we have had these places have been doing everything they can to go after gun companies. Glock being, I guess you could say, one of the biggest gun companies as far as those out there, as far as law enforcement, as far as military and police. And naturally, these some of these democratic controlled places are doing everything they can to bankrupt gun industry. And Glock is obviously an easy target, especially because of where people have been modifying them. Now, one of the things that I really hope does not happen, because, guys, if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I am a big fan of Glock. This is my Glock 45. This is what I've been carrying literally today. And this is a gun that I absolutely love. And, this is one that of many models that are going to be discontinued because of the changes. Now, it's been about every 10 years or so that Glock has released a newer generation. And with whatever changes they do, guys, over the different years, I've got a video where I talk about some of the changes over the years. Go back and check it out on my channel. And it has been a good while since Glock has released a new series. And I think what they're trying to do here, because of what some of these Democratic controlled states are doing, they're basically trying to get ahead of the game and coming out with a newer model, and then trying to mitigate some of the lawsuits and everything else that they're currently under, because that's something that we don't hear about all the time, is just the continued lawsuits that are being filed against gun manufacturers. And they have to spend an absolute fortune on legal cases when these groups just continuously sue them for one thing after another, just continuous. All they're trying to do is to bankrupt them. I really don't like that Glock is doing this as far as caving, but I can kind of understand why. Because they're doing what they can for their business to try to preserve their business. Now, I do have some concerns. Ever since Gaston has passed away, one of the big worries for a lot of us that like Glocks is the fact that we hope that Glock does not change. Now, I know that there are a lot of guns out there, I've got some, that have better ergonomics, better triggers, and things like that, but a lot of us still buy Glock because they are Glock. They have a reputation for reliability. Over 80% of the world's military and police cannot be wrong. These guns were designed for a specific purpose, and they perform that purpose very well. If you want to modify one for a competition gun or for whatever you want to do, that's your thing. But, a lot of people love Glocks, myself included. I carry a Glock because of all of the guns that I own, that I have shot regularly. Glock is the one that I feel the most comfortable with, that are the most reliable of the guns that I own. And there again, guys, I've got guns that are super reliable. Don't get me wrong, Glock is not the only reliable gun out there, but it is the one that me personally, because of the rounds that I have put downrange from a Glock, from the trainings that I have been through personally using Glocks, and those are the reasons why I carry a Glock. And I really hope that these changes that they do don't deviate from the quality that we have all known Glock to have. You know, I really think that it can be a good thing. I look forward to some of the things that Glock could do. I'm curious whether or not they're rushing this out. That is something that I do have to admit that I wonder. You know, are they rushing this new Glock series out just because of all of the lawsuits and things like that? And if so, I think that that could be a mistake, but who is to know until they actually come out onto the market. But, you know, this is just a few of the things, few of the thoughts that I have on this issue, guys. Let me know yours down in the comments below. You know, I really hope that Glock continues being Glock. And I'm sure if they come out with a Gen 6, I'm sure that I'll be adding a few to my collection, as well as making some content on them. So you guys be sure to subscribe to my channel for when those come. But guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Check out all the links down below. Get yourself some Blackout coffee at my link down in the description. Guys, thanks for watching. Check out the rest of the videos on the channel. Like and share this video, and we'll see you next time.